Hello everyone, I'm Rec-B5.
And I am Sandman99.
And welcome back to Parasite Eve.
Yes.
So, off camera I did a bit of bookkeeping, and I got a couple more effects on our gun here. I think I have to go into the tool screen to show it maybe, or can I show it from here? I don't know if I can actually show it from here. But anyways, the effects are, yeah, I can't show it from here. I can only view, oh yes I can. Okay. Counterattack enemy, which means if we get hit, then we might get a free attack to shoot the enemy. And critical hit percentage increase. In combination with the fact that we're already carrying around the Narita, Mayok, and Hamaya, so hopefully that will really make us crit like almost all the time.
Oh, so you mean all those little charms that Maid kept wanting to give you actually do something?
Yeah, well, I think I might have covered it in an earlier episode, but they give you small little tiny bonuses when they're alone, and then I think they give you a little bit bigger combined bonus when they're together. So they eat up a bunch of inventory space, but they actually do something.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, we're gonna talk to Wayne here one more time, because we asked him about his rare T-card collection, and he's gonna show us all the cards that we brought him. Every single one.
Yep.
And then he says his collection's getting pretty big, and he's gonna give us his toolkit in return. Tune up our weapons as often as we want.
Okay.
Basically, it's an unlimited tool thing now.
Oh, so you don't have to pick up regular tools anymore.
That's right, I don't have to pick up regular tools anymore. Although I do still have a whole ton of regular tools.
Yeah, but you don't have to pick up
See,
anymore.
it might be better if I carry that with me so that I can cannibalize things as I go.
Probably, yeah.
So, we'll carry that with us for now, in case we need it. But we don't have to pick up regular tools anymore. It's only super tools that we gotta pick up now. That being said, I have no idea what awaits us. I think we're on floors 51 to 60 now.
Yep, we're, I think you got the 50th floor key at the end of the last episode. So.
And what I was commenting on last time is our defense rating is really, really crap. And it's only being demonstrated more and more these days that it's really, really crap. So, I don't know. Hopefully I don't have to worry about that too much and I can just hand cannon my way through everything. That's kind of the plan.
Well, so far you haven't had any difficulty at all, really.
Well, but I was starting to take up to like 200 some odd points of damage per hit now.
Yeah, I know, but you hardly ever get hit.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how things go.
You usually get to shoot first, right?
Well, that's because I have quick draw. Yeah. But of course, enemy bosses are going to start hitting harder too, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Although I'm getting actually somewhat close to leveling up now too, so...
Well, you'll be able to repeatedly cannibalize any pieces of armor you find to add to your defense value anyway, right?
Assuming I want to. There's a couple of pieces of armor I actually might want to switch to. Alright, so right now we're on a quest to get ourselves the ultimate armor, and the only place you can get the ultimate armor is right here in the Chrysler building. I believe it's like a ceramic suit number 2 or something like that.
Wow.
And yeah, or no, it's just like ceramic armor number 2. That's not the right way.
You need to find the stairs up here because all is quiet here.
Yeah, well, we need to find which way I need to go. Is it this way and then up?
Oh, I don't remember.
It's
been a week since the last time we did this. I can't remember what happened last week.
I'm just gonna guess that it is. We don't get it within the couple screens, then maybe I'll go the other way. Long hallway.
Yeah, long hallway. Oh, makes a little squishing noise if you walk through one of those goo puddles, eh?
Yep. Okay, T intersection. Pretty sure this is the wrong way.
Well, you've gone a long ways if it is the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the wrong way.
Oh, how do you know? Until you
Because
follow
I
it to
feel
the
like
end.
I've gone too far. It should be relatively close.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go the other way.
Guess should have been drawing a map.
Nah, well, you know what? Fuck that. I don't draw maps. We just kind of like walk around.
Yeah.
Down this long ass hallway again.
Yep. Just wait. It was probably just around the next corner, right?
Oh my god. That would be so dumb. Wouldn't be the first time. I remember we had problems like this on the 40th floor too.
Yeah.
Because on floors like 10 to 30, they spawn the elevator right next to the boss room. But, after that, it seems not.
Maybe the floor plans are becoming more complicated.
Yeah, maybe.
It's amazing how you can get lost in a 16 by 16 grid area, though, because like when we were doing Pool of Radiance yesterday, and I was lost in town.
Yep.
And it's only an 8 by 8 or 16 by 16 square grid, so you know, like, how hard is it to find your way around? But it's surprisingly hard to find your way around if you don't have a map.
Yep.
Oh, here you go.
Told you.
Yeah.
Although that was almost just the equal distance to,
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well.
Ooh,
Here we
we've
go
got
again.
new music.
New music.
Yeah, this is the precinct music.
Ah.
The, attack on the precinct. Okay, I don't know how tough these things are.
Oh, I remember these.
But we shoot for 607 on a crit.
Yeah, I remember those upright walking things. Those things are tough.
Yeah, well they, are they the ones that throw bombs? I think they're the ones that throw bombs, yeah. But we have 72 round mags, so, you know. We have a belt-fed handgun. And I didn't get my quick strike there.
That's okay, you got him now.
No, not quite, because he's actually out of range.
Yes, the enemies are noticeably tougher now, even with your even more high-powered hand cannon.
Yep.
You have to shoot them quite a bit more now.
And I have, no idea. Like, I think that one did, like, almost 200 points of damage to us.
Mm-hmm.
Just from getting hit once, so...
And it's only going to get harder from here.
Yeah, although we might level up soon, so, you know, there's always that. Like, 16,000 experience points away from a level up. So, we need to go... I can try going down. Yeah, we'll try going down. We have squirrels.
Yeah, squirrels. I don't think... Where'd squirrels come from? I don't think I've ever seen squirrels before.
Oh, the squirrel ran away.
It did?
Yep.
Oh. You have enemies that run away now?
We have enemies that run away. I think that was always a mechanic, but most enemies never run.
Oh.
I don't know what effect that has, or if they try to steal something from you or something. I don't know. I don't have a clue.
I didn't know there was squirrels in this game. I guess it's been too long since I played.
Yeah, well, they don't appear anywhere but here, pretty much, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
They're otherwise an unused enemy type.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess games have had, like, things like that, unused items or unused effects and that kind of thing. But the files are still present for them.
Yep.
I guess that's been going on for a very long time, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, even, I know we did Diablo 1 a couple times for the channel. Diablo 1 has a lot of stuff that goes unused, too.
Yeah, and then modders discover these things and kind of get them going again, right?
Yep. We got a mimic.
I know that they do that a lot in games like Fallout 4, too, right? There's a lot of... One example is cold damage or fire damage, right?
Yep.
You know, like in Fallout 4, any energy-type weapons or even weapons with the incendiary effect or the cold effect just do generic energy damage, right?
Wow, that does a tremendous amount of damage for a non-junk weapon.
Yep.
That's almost equivalent to my junk weapon at 119 attack.
Wow.
That's a tremendous amount of damage. So I guess you don't necessarily have to do the junk weapon thing either if you're perfectly willing and okay to use a rifle.
Yep. Well, you're getting near the top of the toughest area in the game, right? So...
Yeah, we'll have one more set of floors after this, and then I think there's only 7 floors after that.
Yeah.
See, this is why Aya is so fit, because imagine climbing up 77 floors.
Yeah, and having to shoot things on the way, too. But anyway, like I was saying, they make use of, like, modders will quite often make use of a lot of the unused effects and files and that kind of thing. Like, and because of that, now in my save game, for example, for Fallout 4, I actually have weapons that do actual fire damage and actual cold damage.
Yep, instead of just energy.
Instead of just energy. And I also can create items that have cold or fire resistance too, right?
Didn't we already pass this elevator?
I don't know.
Anyways, the enemies are dropping medicine 4s now, so... in droves.
Yep. I'm guessing that you've reached a difficulty step, right?
Probably, yeah, considering it takes 2 shots from this hand cannon to kill anything.
Those upright rat-looking things too, though, those take quite more than 2 shots to kill, I think.
Nope, they've only taken 2 shots so far.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, I'm going back the way I came now, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is going to lead me back to the staircase. So that was a loop around. Going south? That was a terrible idea. I guess we will not do that again. Yep, this is the back at the beginning. I can tell by the camera angle.
Yep, you're back at the beginning.
Yeah, and the enemies in the Chrysler building don't give you a lot of experience points anyways. Because I think they're trying to not have you level up. That's part of the challenge. Couple of bullets there. See, some of these encounters would actually probably be kind of hard if you couldn't kill everything in 2 shots.
Yeah.
Of course, it takes us 2 shots to kill everything now.
Well,
and the encounter rate seems to be a lot higher, too.
You have to be prepared, and I think...
Ooh, giant rat.
Yeah, really giant rat.
Okay, 2 shots, but it's weak to tranquilizer. So giant rats are weak to tranquilizer.
Yeah. But I think, though, you pretty much can't really, successfully complete the Chrysler building unless you've played almost all the way through the game at least once, right?
That's what I mean, maybe you could. Maybe you could. But, part of the reason why, I do it the second time, like try to go through the rest of the game the second time, is just because I want, what the hell's it called? I want to get my weapons as strong as possible. And having a little bit of extra health doesn't hurt either.
Well, you found the stairs to the next floor.
But I'd imagine there, like, some people probably even played through the game multiple times just to get strong enough for the Chrysler building.
Yeah, I don't remember now how many times I played through it before I went in there. I think I just played through it once, and then I went and played through the game again. And then I tried the Chrysler building. Kind of like what you did here.
Oh, that kind of sucked. That thing just kept moving.
Oh, those things bounce around.
Yep.
And then explode.
Yeah, and they hurt.
And now you're going to have to heal a little bit again.
Although at least we did manage to take enough fights without taking a hit that we had a chance to get the PE energy to recharge there. Let's head left. I gotta find the room on this floor.
You have to find the mimic room.
Yeah, well, that's probably what's gonna be in there now. Extra range would be nice.
Uh-huh.
Probably you need like 150 range to cover all, like an entire thing of one of these screens. We only have about 120, 139, so maybe like 170 range. We've almost got rifle range. Oh, there you go. We got a couple of critical hits on that one.
Whoa.
Ooh, excuse you.
Yeah. I'm feeling kind of full and sleepy here because I had a big plate of sticky ribs and rice for supper. And now I'm feeling kind of full and sleepy.
Nice. Oh, that's a good meal, that is.
It is. It's tasty.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know what sticky ribs are, they're,
basically sweet and sour pork ribs, right?
yeah, slow cooked in like a kind of chili sauce kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they just fall right off the bone.
Yeah, same kind of idea anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they literally fall off the bone. You don't need a knife to strip the meat off the bones or anything like that.
Range +2.
Hey, needed that.
Well, maybe needed that. I don't know how much 2 range will make a difference, but we have over 140 range now.
Well, you just got to keep adding those little special effects. There's
Defense +2.
Yeah, see? Finding all these helpful things.
Yeah, we now have 99 defense and 410 attack. Perfectly balanced, right?
Glass cannon, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. But it's mostly that I didn't want to invest into anything defense related until we find that good armor. I also do have a level up coming up too, though, so if I needed to invest like 20 more points into defense, I could. But I've got a very much, if I can kill the enemy first, then I don't have to worry about them hitting me kind of philosophy.
Yeah. The best defense is a good offense?
The best defense is the ultimate offense.
Uh-huh.
And the more damage you can deal, the better. Speaking of which, we're looking for something to upgrade our weapon in here, called Command 3.
Oh.
That would let us take 3 actions and fire 3 bullets per round.
That sounds like a great idea. You should do that.
Yeah, But this is the only place we can find it. I don't know if it's like on this set of floors or the next set of floors, but we should be finding Command 3 at some point. We get a random encounter in here.
Yep. Well, maybe not so random, right?
Yeah, well, those things have been around for like the last couple floors now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're easy. Tool. I'm gonna put that back.
Yeah, you don't need to carry that. You don't need to pick that up now.
A tool!
Oh.
Another tool! It's a room full of tools!
Yeah, just don't drop your toolkit in there by mistake.
Yeah, fuck. Then I'd have to come to floor X, whatever floor this is.
I think you're on the third, like, 53rd floor or something here.
Ah. Yeah, I've never really been great at keeping track. I just kind of run around.
I think you've found 3 sets of stairs so far.
Well, we're going at a pretty good pace then, aren't we?
Well, you know, at the rate you're going, it'll take you a little over an hour to complete 10 floors again.
Yeah, we've been kind of lucky with some of our floor navigation, in spite of the fact that it takes us so long to navigate the elevator rooms now.
Wow.
Oh, we've got confusion.
Rapid fire squirrels.
That's what that effect is. It's confusion. Reverses your controls.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't even just reverse your controls. It does all kinds of things to your controls.
Oh.
And then we had to wait for the confusion to run out.
Then you can just slam that medicine forward and fix your damage, eh?
I mean, I could, but I'm still using my parasite energy for that.
Oh.
Because if I can walk into the boss room with a shitload of medicine 4s, that's probably not a bad idea, because I have an auto heal on my armor.
Oh.
Is this a dead end? Yeah. Dead end. Now I was talking, so now I gotta remember where we first came from and backtrack. Okay, we got squirrels and a beetle.
Yep.
Wow, that squirrel actually took that.
Yep.
Yeah, confusion can be pretty bad because, like, it randomizes the directions on the control pad.
Oh.
And makes it very hard to move. I think it's not even, like, reversed, it's actually, like, randomized.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
So is there a remedy for that?
Probably a full cure. I don't think there's actually a resistance for it, though.
Oh.
Did I come from this direction?
I don't know. I'm confused.
I'm confused now, too. I'll go up. Did I find the room on this floor? No. Okay, so we are actually... I remember this now, and we're actually, like... We need to go back a bunch. Yeah, we did find the room. It was the one with the tools.
Yeah.
How did I forget that so quickly?
It was the tool shed.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll go up then. And then up again. We're walking across the building in a zebra pattern, right? Zigzag back and forth.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Looks like we'll have to go back and go down.
Oh, there, you found the stairs up.
Yep, we found where we need to be. Yeah, with the kind of damage we're taking now, I'm kind of worried about the boss fight. And I'm pretty sure we've run into a enemy that took 3 shots now.
Yep. Those squirrel things seem to be pretty tough.
Yeah, well, the squirrel things, it's the confusion that gets you, right? Because it's difficult trying to move into range.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you might notice the spawns don't line up nicely to kill them with burst shot anymore, right?
Yeah.
I bet you that's probably by design.
Maybe, yep.
Damn, squirrel. Yeah, that's 210 points of damage a shot.
Wow.
Those things hurt. And they get multiple attacks. So don't mess around with the squirrels.
Yeah, shoot those first.
They also have more than 700 hit points. Because I hit it for 357 twice there.
Yeah.
That also means it has a pretty high defense rating too, because I've got an attack of 410. I don't think I've found the shed on this floor yet, though. Nope, we gotta go back.
Yeah, well, there's the stairs up, though.
Watch, it's gonna be on the opposite side of the fucking floor.
Probably.
So now we gotta backtrack a whole bunch to find the storage room.
Because you gotta fight all those squirrels, right?
Yeah, well, you know. I mean, if I fight enough squirrels, I'll eventually level up. I'm at 11,000 now, and I was at 16,000, so we are starting to get a decent amount of experience anyways, probably just because of how tough these enemies are.
Yeah. Squirrels are worth a lot of XP, eh?
Yeah, and they're one of the only enemies I can't kill in 2 hits. Although I don't know how much more than 700 hit points they have, but they have more than, I think, 714. Lots of ammo. Not that I was hurting for it.
So what's your favorite game of all time?
My favorite game of all time?
Yeah.
Well, I've been playing games my whole life, so it's a difficult question to answer, but I'd say a game that I continuously go back to and play, and one I might even do again for the channel, just with different characters, would still be Diablo 1.
Yeah.
I also am a big fighting game fan. As I've said multiple times, I've used to play competitive fighting games, right? But part of the fun of competitive fighting games is playing with people who want to continuously improve and grind it out and get better with you too, right? Because then you have no shortage of tougher opponents all the time. And once I retired from that, I kind of lost that particular aspect of it. I still enjoy playing fighting games. I'll even play a fighting game on my own sometimes.
Yeah,
But,
I've always preferred the single player experience in those things.
Yep. Look at that. That particular thing has an effect on it called increase attack power. So we're going to want to get that onto an armor as soon as possible. I'm tempted to take it now. But then I'd have to migrate a bunch of effects off of this armor here.
Decisions.
Because it would help us in the short term. But then again, that armor also has a really high armor value too. I don't know. We'll deal with it for now. If we run into serious trouble, well, I guess it'll be too late, so it won't matter.
Yeah. But I don't know. For me, I have played and enjoyed some of the very early fighting game things, like a couple of the Street Fighter titles, the early ones, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but they got a bit too flashy eventually.
Got a little bit too flashy eventually. Too much emphasis on the special moves and not enough emphasis on the basics kind of thing.
Well, the thing that gets me, and I mean, I guess I'll try to avoid speaking technically, but the thing that gets me about fighting games is, in general, is that it used to be just like you had your inputs and you had your move combinations, and yeah, maybe you had some special moves and things like that, but eventually it became all about having a resource to manage, like having meter and making super attacks and things like that.
Yeah.
And then when one game genre started adding in like a counter mechanic, then every single game in the genre had to have a counter mechanic, and it's just like, no, you really don't need those. And particularly in some games, they even changed the counter mechanic. So they already had a counter mechanic, and they overrode it with another more quote-unquote modern counter mechanic. Like in the Soul Calibur series, they had the guard impact system, which I was actually a very big fan of as a competitive player. But they went and basically forsook that in place of the Just Guard system, where you could do like instant blocks and things like that, and be able to punish things that way. But that was actually less favorable to the types of characters that I tended to play, because they tended to be like, I tend to play characters with more range and larger weapons, and they tend to be slower, and they tend to have worse recovery frames. And so, like, I guess they're big risk, big reward kind of characters, like Siegfried, for example.
Yeah.
And part of the problem with a mechanic like Just Guard is that it basically made his entire move list punishable, right? If he breathed the wrong way, he was punishable. Whereas with the guard impact system, technically you actually had the ability to like guard impact your opponent back, so it was more of like a guessing game. And then eventually, shit, I couldn't evade that, but I only took 70 from that twice, so that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, and then it ran off.
And then after that, they introduced the I can't even remember what the system is now, but it's like basically a rock paper scissors system now that they've introduced for countering. What the hell is it called?
I'm getting a mental image of a video game version of rock paper scissors.
Well, basically what it is you hold the button down, and the enemy hits you with an attack, and then it doesn't actually hit you. It kind of like you super armor through it, and then you hit them with an attack, and what ends up happening is you get into like this cutscene where you have to choose a horizontal, vertical, or kick attack.
Oh.
And then, I think what is it? Verticals beat horizontals, kicks beat verticals, I think, and then horizontals beat kicks. But, basically what ends up happening is people just spam the shit out of that mechanic. And, I don't know. I kind of miss playing footsies with people, right? I miss when a lot of the damage that you ended up getting in the game was from like just tapping somebody on the feet with your weapon, or kicking them in the shin or something like that, right? Because you're trying to open up openings, and you spend a lot of time moving around and trying to draw them into making a mistake so that you can actually hit them. Whereas modern fighting game balance is all about unleashing the big combo at every opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Because it looks really flashy for esports on camera. Whereas classic fighting game balance, yes, I mean, things did vary somewhat from series to series, and 2D fighting games tended to have much higher damage output than 3D fighting games in general. That's always been true. But, I guess, I'd say that older fighting games were a lot more technical, and they were slower paced, but they also required a lot more fundamentals, because it was more like a chess game rather than you accidentally moved the wrong way, now you're going to lose 3/4 of your health bar. It was like, yeah, you moved the wrong way, so I'm going to do like 20 damage to you, and you're going to lose a little tick of your health bar.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm going to try to manipulate you into this position where I can get you against a wall because then I can hit you harder. Or I'm going to try to manipulate you into a position where I can ring you out, right? Like it was a lot more positional. And that kind of thing really just fell away, in my opinion. Oh, we can't use... Oh, yes, we can use the toolkit from here. We will just use that on that particular thing. What is an MP5 DS6 got for stats anyways? Okay, kind of mediocre anyways. Probably has decent slots on it or something, but I want that extra bullet anyways. I don't actually care about the extra bullet. I don't know why I'm still carrying the FAMAS around. I guess I'm just impressed by it. But yeah, and then, I mean, there's also something to be said too, because like, for example, my favorite game in the Soul Calibur series from a competitive player perspective is Soul Calibur 4. A lot of people from a nostalgia perspective, they might be a big fan of, say, Soul Calibur 2, because that's the one that everybody had, that everybody played, that was on multiple platforms, because Soul Calibur 3 didn't have a arcade release until after the game was out, and also, it was only available on the PlayStation 2. But I would actually say Soul Calibur 3 from a casual perspective, in spite of the fact that it has a memory corruption bug in the game, which means if you are going to use make save files for that game, you should play it with its own memory card and nothing else. But I would say that game was probably the best game in the series from a casual perspective. And it also did introduce some of the more modern mechanics, because if you play even like Soul Calibur 2 to Soul Calibur 4, they're completely different games. Or if you play Soul Calibur 4 to Soul Calibur 5 or 6 or even 3, like, they're still similar enough. So, I don't know. And I mean, much of the same thing could be said for a lot of other games too, right? I'm not a big fan of the big, flashy, esports combo-driven mentality and the flashy counter mentality that fighting games have developed into.
Yeah.
I very much like the whole play footsies, play the game of chess, and then, you know, you manage to coax your opponent into making a mistake, and that's when you get to capitalize on it.
Those kinds of things have even found their way into, I guess, what you could call action RPG genre now, too, though, because I watched somebody playing one of the more recent God of War games recently.
Yep.
And after about an hour or so, I'd had enough. Just because everything that you know, every attack, every counter, every block, everything produced like a bright flash of light or a visual effect of some kind. And you know, like it got to the point where it was like just giving me a headache just watching it. Right?
Yeah, well, that's a problem with modern design in general, right? Like, this game is relatively low-key in its design, right? And so is Diablo 1 and other games like that, but the thing about it is they're mechanically satisfying to play, right?
Yeah.
They feel fun to play. And so even if me firing my gun at, like, these two rats over and over again doesn't look like all that much, it feels good, right?
Yeah. And that's what I found too with actually the last Street. I did get Street Fighter EX plus Alpha.
Yep.
Which was like the polygony looking one.
Yep.
That was on PlayStation 1. But really, I liked the Street Fighter 2 New Challengers. I think the best out of that series of the games that I played anyway.
Yep.
And that was still on the Super Nintendo. But, you know, like, I didn't really like even EX plus Alpha, although it was fun, it was starting to get to be a little bit much with the flashy special abilities and the super specials and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
You know, like you would destroy an enemy with a super special, and then there'd be bright fireballs and meteors and, you know, or boulders flying or whatever. Yeah. It's like, where'd all this shit come from? You know?
You know, I guess, yeah, I guess you're right on that, yeah. I'm gonna go horizontal here.
Yeah.
Have I found the tool room for this floor yet? I don't believe so.
I don't know. Well, I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about fighting games.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about fighting games, but the Street Fighter 2 New Challengers was basically very similar to Street Fighter 2, except that they had like 4 new characters in it.
Yep.
But the movements, like the special moves and stuff like that, I mean, okay, you have to accept the fact that
it's Street Fighter.
Ryu can throw fireballs from his hands, but other than that, though, I mean, the special moves did not completely and totally dominate the game. You know, like you still had to use your light, medium, heavy attacks and that kind of thing.
And you could still set up combos and things.
Yeah. They weren't actually combinations per se.
They did count hits, actually.
They were moves that you could flow one into another, though, and there were certain attack sequences that did seem to flow together better than others.
Yeah, I can't remember in particular. Oh wait, no, I'm going the wrong way now. I already went this way, but I can't remember when it was. But like, I believe in the original World Warrior, I can't remember. I think it was that combos were actually a bug at first.
Yeah,
and then they ended up implementing combos as like an official mechanic in like the next game that was released after that, which I think was the Championship Edition. And then they started having the combo counter. But like a lot of the combos were, you know, like you start to usually you'd set them up for punishing an opponent, right? So like, for example, you jump over their fireball and then you combo them for that kind of thing, right?
Well, I mean, like an example of a combo that worked for me would be a jump in medium kick with guile, and then you crouch and throw a light kick, and then you finish it with a flash kick, right? You know, like that's kind of like a 3 movement combo that worked well. And I don't know whether that counted as a combo on a combo meter or whatever, but I mean, you know, like you could set moves like that up, right?
Yep. Yeah, I actually never played Street Fighter 2 at a competitive level or from a competitive perspective, so I don't really know. I think you could do things like with Ryu at certain ranges in New Challenger Edition. I know, for example, that a crouching medium kick into a Hadouken was still a combo, but then you could also do, what was it? I think it was like 3 or 2 crouching light kicks into a sweep or something. I can't remember.
Well, I think actually...
So you jump in, you do your heavy kick, and then you do your 3...
Yeah, a jump in heavy kick.
And then you do your 3 crouching kicks into a sweep.
Yeah, I think that was counted as a combo.
Yeah,
and you got, but you just got bonus points for it. You still had to.
They couldn't retaliate from that damage, right? Like, and I don't know if it scaled down yet at all in that game. Like if they had combo scaling. So combo scaling is the more you hit the more hits you get on an opponent in a combo, the less damage they take.
Yeah. Until
in some cases, in some games, the damage scaling will eventually go down to 0, where you're doing 0 points of damage for hitting them repeatedly.
Wow.
And it's like, that's not realistic.
That doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, those were the last of the fighting game type things for me, because I never really was interested in competing with other people and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I could sit down and play a game with someone who also liked the game, and I could sit there on the couch and play a game with them for an hour or 2. But I mean, that was sort of a relaxed thing, a pastime rather than a serious competitive thing, right? Well, now you found your way back to the stairs.
Now I found my way back, but I don't think I've actually found the room.
Yeah.
So I just need to avoid going down.
But that's why I've always preferred a different type of game, I guess, than the ones that you like, because for me, Fallout 4 is the ultimate expression of the type of game that I like the best, right?
Well, especially you do a lot of the base building thing too, right?
Yeah, I really like the base building, and that's one of the big things about that game that I really like the best. And that would be why, even though there's a lot of things, say, in Fallout New Vegas that I like better, I still like Fallout 4 the best because of the base building.
It gives you something recurring to do, I suppose.
It gives you something to do besides run around shooting shit, right?
Whereas, actually, I guess I played some amount of action games. I play some amount of action games, some amount of sports games, some amount of fighting games.
But the thing is, though, Fallout 4 is not an action game in the way that something like, the God of War is, right?
Yeah.
Where it looked to me like it was a very button-mashy thing where you had to rapidly input, like different button presses and that kind of thing.
Oh, look at that! The B-Suit 2 does offer confusion resistance. Go figure.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It also has an effect on it. What is this effect? Decreases attack power.
Okay, so I think you want to use a tool and take that good effect and leave the bad one behind, right?
Yeah, you take the good effect and leave the bad one behind, but I'm not actually going to use a tool right now. I'm just going to hoard armor instead.
Okay.
Am I still carrying around that FAMAS? Maybe I'll scrap the FAMAS there. Oh, apparently I took a hit at some point. I think I will reload my gun. Take the bullets out of the FAMAS. And then scrap the FAMAS. Wow, that's a 3-shot rifle. That would be a slow weapon.
Yeah.
But it has 169 range, so...
Huh. Okay, so you were able to add to your range now from that?
Yeah, just 1 point. And then we got a mimic.
Oh, okay, well, that's okay, because you can't pick up anymore anyway.
309 damage. It's a lot of damage. That's why we heal up before we open chests.
Yeah, but anyway, that's why I like games like Fallout 4 or Skyrim or Oblivion. I mean, any of those kinds of open world sandbox type things. But I don't really care for the ones like more like what the second and third Dragon Age games were, where you had to mash buttons in order to make attacks, kind of thing.
Yep.
Because button mashing makes me tired.
Well, I guess even the action games that I tended to like, they tend to be different than things like the whole 3D God of War thing. Like, probably the newest game like that I ever actually played was, they had a game called Lord of the Rings Return of the King.
Okay, yeah.
That I played a while ago.
That was a
long time ago,
now,
yeah. I guess in terms of action games, I played a lot more 2D action games. Like, I played, like, the Mega Man games and things like that. And then actually I had some 3D Mega Man games, too, that I played. And, I don't know. I was never into the whole, like, 3D God of War QuickTime event thing. I might be into some shooters, right? So, like, I did spend some time playing shooters, and I probably wouldn't mind playing, like, an RPG-like shooter. So something like Fallout 4 or something like Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, Cyberpunk I think you would probably really like.
Although the story aspects and the social aspects...
yeah, those kinds of things, though...
It's like, don't make me make decisions. I don't want to make decisions. I just want to shoot people.
Yeah, those kinds of things are... I don't know. They're more prevalent than they need to be.
They're more prevalent than they used to be, too.
Yeah.
I guess they're trying to, like, the argument people make is they're trying to immerse you in the world, and like, well, my immersion is, pointy-ended and a bad guy. That's how I get immersed.
Yeah. Well, thing is, though, again, though, I was watching another video game report today, and they were talking about some of Ubisoft's current difficulties with some of their newer games where they have, like, ugly protagonists and that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody had left a comment on that video saying, like, basically they can save their company by bringing back good old-fashioned action games where it throws you right into the game, and you know who the bad guy is because the very brief cutscene at the beginning shows who the bad guy is.
You don't even need to know who the bad guy is, honestly. And
you should be able to make either a sexy, attractive female character or a masculine, handsome,
steroided up male character.
Good-looking male character.
Well, I think you can still make steroided up male characters.
Yeah, but his point was, he says, if you can't make a character that you wish that you looked like, then like they're going to lose a lot of players just because of that aesthetic, right?
Yep. Ooh, look, another one with counterattack. Although we already have counterattack now. So I can use a tool on that and scrap that, because we already have counterattack, see?
Yeah.
Tools 999, look at that, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't particularly identify with a character when I'm playing one of those games because, I don't know, I just never have. I've always liked to play a character that's pleasing to look at, right?
Yeah, so, I don't really understand the whole idea of identifying with a character. Wow, that was 466 damage.
Yeah, that was a lot, eh?
I don't really understand the whole idea of identifying with a character anyways.
Some people, I guess, like to pretend that they're the hero or whatever, I guess so. I suppose. But you know what? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I mean, that's why people read books and watch movies and stuff like that too, right?
I mean, maybe for some people.
Well, sure. Why not? I mean, you know what? A little fantasy never hurt anybody.
For me, I'm all about the I'm just there to do the pointy end. Pointy end and a bad guy.
Well, the thing is, though, everybody's different, right? And everybody likes different things. But, really, why do you have to, like, for example, that game Fable that's supposed to be a remake coming out, and they showed some pictures of what the lead character looks like, and it's like, if she doesn't have any mirrors in her house, because if she looked in the bathroom mirror, the mirror would shatter, right? Like, fuck.
God. Yeah, but that's a funny thing too, right? Is you can still make the super steroided out Arnold Schwarzenegger character, but now it's bad and evil to make like the sexy lady now.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not ashamed to say I like looking at sexy ladies, and if I can have them in my video game, why the hell not?
Well, not only that, but like it's not like sexy ladies don't exist in real life. Like I've known quite a few sexy ladies in my life.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know where they get their ideas from or why they are the way they are.
Yeah, it's just because they're trying to virtue signal to a very small percentage of the population, and the joke's on them because that very small population or segment of the population doesn't buy video games, so they release a game like that and it does very poorly and doesn't make them any money, and then they wonder why it failed. It's because they're not making something that 95% of the people want to buy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, you'll also still always have, like, the people who are, like, the, to put it bluntly, the people who are, like, the corporate simps.
Yeah.
Who love the company and they'll buy whatever the company puts out, even if it's terrible, because it's their company. Or then there's the people who spend money on something and then they have to post hoc justify why they spent money on it. So, those are two things that kind of irritate me. But, I guess, too, I'd say, like, if you look at, like, old comic books and things, like, none of the heroes are unattractive in old comic books, for example, right?
Male or female, yeah.
And, there's a reason for that, right? First of all, if you're gonna do all these fantastic things that superheroes can do, you're not gonna look like you're somebody who sits on the couch eating potato chips all day.
No.
Right? And secondly, it's kind of like the idealization, right? So the character is the ideal that they uphold, and part of that also includes the body image that they uphold too, right?
Yeah. Well, he got you with a little bit of that anyway.
He did. I think I have like 4 revives now. Maybe just 2. 2 enough?
I don't know. take a medicine 4 to heal up, and then...
I can't. I have to drop the revive there.
Oh.
It's fine. We'll carry 3 revives. I don't know how the boss fight's gonna be. But, like, you know, heroes are supposed to be highly idealized people.
They're not supposed to be, like, ridiculously obese peg leg,
well, even think of it,
peg leg chicks.
Even think of it like from the perspective of like the old fairy tales and the Prince Charmings and things like that, right? Like it's never somebody unattractive who is saving the day.
Yeah, people have always told stories about, and the heroes have always been
they're outwardly good and inwardly good.
Yeah. I think you could probably skirt this whole issue and keep everybody happy, though, if you just made an effort to make fully customizable protagonists for these games. Then, if you really wanted to play an ugly, fat chick, you could, right? And if you wanted to play a supermodel type, well, you could. And if you wanted to play, someone who makes Arnold Schwarzenegger look like a skinny little wimp, well, you could do that too, right?
Or you just make the Diablo 1 warrior and people can just deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. You could be just the generic guy if you wanted to, too, right?
We leveled up.
Yeah.
We got 13,000 bonus points from that.
Wow.
And a new inventory slot.
Well, now you can pick up one more thing.
Yep. We can now carry 30 things.
But you know what? That's how games like Baldur's Gate and 3 and Cyberpunk got around that, is they basically gave you enough character customization options that you weren't pigeonholed into one particular character, right?
I suppose so.
Yeah, like some of the customization options are pretty goofy, but
it just kind of reminds me of some of the horror shows that I've seen people make with like the Oblivion face sliders and things like that.
Yeah.
God.
But you know what? Customization is what it's all about, and I think if you gave people the ability to fully customize their characters, then nobody has a reason to complain, right?
Assuming you have the time and budget to do that.
Well, you should have the time and budget to do that, though.
Well, maybe you don't if you're like the one-man guy creating a video game.
Yeah, but the problem, though, is that these games that are coming out with all of these...
they're all big franchise games.
They're the big franchise games that have... budgets of hundreds of millions of dollars and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. An S12.
So spend a little bit of that money to
on things that matter.
Well, basically, I think it would be a good investment to do that, because then it would give something for everybody. If you wanted to try and cater to that 5% of the population that likes fat, ugly chicks, well, then they'd have the ability to make a character that looks like that if they wanted to, right?
Ceramic Armor 1. I can't remember if it's Ceramic Armor 1 or Ceramic Armor 2 that we need, but Ceramic Armor 1 here is actually almost just as strong as the armor we're currently wearing.
Well, what are you going to pick up? What are you going to drop?
And
it's a like the lottery, right? You don't know what you're going to get.
It's a full recover. What I'll probably do is I'll use a tool on that SP Armor 2. I think SP Armor 2... No, we'll use a tool on SP Armor 1, because SP Armor 1 doesn't have any effects. And it has +1 energy and +1 critical. Those are always good things to have. So we'll tool SP Armor 1, because we've got better substitutes that we could use. And we'll pick up our medicine 4. We're carrying tons and tons and tons of medicines. And there's, I want to make sure I'm really well prepared for the boss fight here.
Yeah. Because you think the boss might be scary?
Might be scary. Now, did I come here from the left or the right?
I don't remember.
Neither do I. But that was a pretty good treasure room. It was better than the tool room.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm hoping that they decide to do with Elder Scrolls 6. right?
Yo, I mean, like, they used to...
Assuming that they release it before I die of old age.
Well, even just getting back on that again, like, you know, like, Lara Croft was, like, the main character in the Tomb Raider series, and at one point she practically looked like a pinup girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, and they've been doing their best to you know, like, get rid of that image of her in recent years, right? Even the live action TV show that's going to be coming out before too long has an actress in it that does not really look very much like the pinup girl style Lara Croft, right?
I mean, I haven't heard too much about that, but because I don't really pay attention to what goes on in mainstream culture these days. Well, or for the last decade or so, I basically live under a rock.
Yeah, well, but, I watch stuff on Odyssey to get our Odyssey points.
Yeah.
And you know, like, one of the things that I happened to see was apparently the actress that is playing Lara Croft in the upcoming live action show is the one that played Jean Grey in the X-Men movies.
Oh, okay.
You know, like in the more recent X-Men movies.
Oh, I haven't even seen them.
Okay, well, anyway, and she also played Sansa Stark in the Game of Thrones show.
Double monster.
Double monster. It's Double Monster Day today.
Double monster. And the worst part is, no matter how good your quick attack is, they always get the first hit.
Yeah. Wow.
And they hit like a truck.
And I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that actress. She looks fine, and she looks like she's in really good shape. Like, she's been working on, you know, she worked on getting into shape to be an athletic type of character. You know?
Yep.
But
she's just not Lara Croft.
Well, she isn't. Let's say she isn't pin-up curvy. You know? She's more of a tall, lean, athletic woman. You know.
Yep. Oh, dead end. Wow, we only got 2 hit points from our last level up.
Wow.
We had 877, now we have 879.
Well, you're probably reaching near the top of the amount of power that you can amass anyway in this game, right?
I don't think there's actually an upper limit. I think if you just kept grinding at it, you could just keep getting stronger, but the rate of progression slows down a lot.
Yeah, it's diminishing returns, right? Oh,
we'll shoot you before you get a chance.
Yeah, you got him before he had a chance to do whatever that was he was going to do.
He was going to do the tail fireball thing, I think. I think that's what that was. So we were lucky there. But I feel like the encounter rate on these floors has been much higher, too.
Yep. And the encounters are tougher. And
dead end.
Yep. Yeah, I've lost track of how many floors you've been through now.
I never had track. But I guess, too, like, again, going back to the whole flashy thing, like, Diablo 1 is not a particularly flashy game, right?
No. In fact, most of it is kind of, you know, the lighting is very dark and
yeah, in a way, that adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's an atmospheric type of thing, right? And, I mean, with the creepy background music that they have playing and all that kind of stuff, too. I mean, it's, you know, it's all about the atmosphere, right?
Mm-hmm. But also, too, like, combat-wise, that game is basically all about positioning, right? And all about picking your fights. And you don't just rush into something and then, like, sweep through it because you're all-powerful or get wasted because your equipment isn't good enough. You can always win a fight, and you just have to use your brain and fight smart and fight wisely in order to win. Right? I guess it's got that skill factor. Whereas a lot of modern games, they kind of don't do that anymore.
That one was chasing you around in a circle.
You know, I think he wanted to melee attack me, and then as I continued to run away, then he was going to throw one of those explosive balls at me. But, you know, then I just turned around and shot him in the face.
As one does.
Yep.
But anyway, I think that that one commenter there that I mentioned had a point, right? If you cannot play a character that is pleasing to look at, chances are you're not going to play the game, right?
Well, the game itself should be aesthetically pleasing too, right?
Yeah.
If a game is like, I'm not gonna say like the game needs to be advanced graphically or anything, because I mean, like, I still play a lot of 8-bit stuff, for example, but none of that stuff looks jarring.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look jarring, it just looks like how it is.
Yeah. And on another topic related to video games, seen some interesting side-by-side comparisons of Madden 26 and NFL 2K8.
Oh, yeah.
So 2K8, of course, being like from, you know, like 20 years ago.
Yep.
Almost. And it's startling, but the, you know, like the side-by-side comparison included things like a play that was run in 2K8, and then a very similar looking play being run in Madden 26. And the 2K8 animations were a lot smoother, and the defenders actually took better pursuit angles. They actually played good pass defense.
Yep.
You know, like in one example, there was a receiver running a sideline route, you know, like an out.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a defender running with him, and then the safety coming down over top. And what happened is the defender that was covering him man to man, you know, jumped up and tried to reach with one hand and tip the pass away.
Yep.
But the safety didn't try to do the same thing. Like in Madden games, very often, if you see two defenders on a receiver like that,
bat the ball.
they both select the same animation, and they both jump up almost like they're doing synchronized swimming or something.
Yep.
And they do the same move. But in this case, in 2K8, the corner jumped up and he missed the ball, so the receiver catches it. But then as soon as the receiver catches it, the safety is on him and shoves him out of bounds, right?
Yep.
So that there's no more gain after the catch.
Yeah, there's no touchdown there.
Yeah. And then they showed the similar play in Madden 26, and what happened was that neither the corner or the safety were anywhere near that receiver. He was like 5 yards behind the corner, and the safety was barely even in the picture. Right?
Wow.
And another thing they showed was an example of a one deep scheme. And you know how we talk a lot about one deep zones and how the safety goes back in his zone in Madden 05, and then he stands there and he doesn't react until the ball's thrown, right? But in 2K8, the safety dropping back in the one deep zone actually appears to read the developing play, and he actually goes toward the receiver that he considers to be
the biggest
threat before the quarterback throws the ball.
Nice.
And in the case that they showed, in the example that was shown, he actually took like 1, 2, 3 steps toward that receiver before the quarterback even threw the ball. And he didn't quite make it there in time to break up the pass, but he was there in time to shove that receiver out of bounds
and save the touchdown.
And prevent a touchdown.
Have we found the room on this floor?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention.
I don't think we found the room on this floor. This is a much more complicated floor, though.
Yeah, whereas in Madden 26, they still have the same behavior in one deep safety zones as they do in Madden 05, where the safety drops back to the middle of his zone and then he stands there passively and doesn't move until the ball's thrown, right?
Yeah.
And by then, I mean, on any kind of pass toward the sideline, like an out or a corner or something like that, he's not even part of the play anymore, right? Because he's too far away.
That was 471 points of damage that I just took.
Yeah, wow.
We need defense upgrade.
But anyway, the whole point of this side-by-side comparison was to show that a 20-year-old game has better gameplay
Than a modern game.
and smoother animations, right?
Yep.
Because even
It looked better and it played better.
yeah, it played better and it looked better because even some of the individual player animations, like for example, a defender pursuing a ball carrier and hitting him and knocking him out of bounds, and it looked very smooth and it flowed, like where he lowers his shoulder and thrusts with his legs and shoves the guy out of bounds, right?
Yep.
In 2K8. But in Madden 26, in a similar situation, the defender comes along and then he sort of very jerkily goes with his body kind of horizontal and his feet are off the ground and he looks like he's suspended there for a second or two, and then he crashes into the guy like a missile.
Yeah.
And then they both fall out of bounds, right?
Yeah. Not something you'd necessarily notice at full speed, but something that just goes to show like a poor attention to detail.
Yeah, well, it was an example of and you know what, in the gameplay, even the way that pass protection sets up and the pocket forms on a passing play looks better in 2K8 and plays better.
Oh fuck, the shit that happens in Madden 26, like the pocket is like the width of the entire field sometimes.
Yeah.
Right, and you never see that ever. Right, you're not going to see a tackle at the sideline. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why would he give up inside position to any pass rusher?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, what happens in those animations, though, is that since they even if they're coming with a four-man rush, you'll have a guard and a center team up on a pass rusher, and then what'll happen is the ends actually engage the offensive tackles and shove them out toward the sidelines, and that's how you end up with those like massive 20-yard wide gaps in the pocket, right? Which is not really a pocket anymore. And the guys doing the double team are both getting pushed backwards.
Yep.
Whereas in 2K8,
this double team is the strongest
double
part.
team, when a guard and a center double team an interior defensive lineman, they push that defensive lineman up the field,
Yep.
away from the quarterback. And if the pocket does fail, it's in one of the one-on-one battles, right?
Yep.
But it still is a recognizably semicircular shaped pocket, right?
Yep.
There isn't just pairs of players scattered all over the place. I don't know. I have that game, and you know what? I maybe should have another look at it and figure out if I can remember how to even play it again. Maybe we could play that one for the channel someday.
Yeah, maybe.
Although you can't draw your own plays in that one.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, though, that's the one where you can you basically recruit players for your team, and you are allowed a certain number of bronze, silver, and gold players on your team, or something like that, right?
I see.
So you can determine, like what your team's strengths and weaknesses are going to be.
Yeah. Oh, we've hit the room.
You've hit the room, yep.
That's kind of not good, though. I almost half want to go run into an encounter so we could get more parasite energy. Shit.
You don't have a potion or something that you can use to recover it?
Nope. Oh, we've got crab, and it's fast crab.
Fast crab?
It's fast.
Oh, well, shoot the crap out of it then.
Ouch, that hurt.
Yeah, that hurt.
I think we're gonna use a medicine for there.
Yeah.
And be happy we picked up so many.
Yep.
Okay, I need to, like, stand in the middle of the room and avoid that.
Yikes. Better use another one. Yeah, if you're far enough away from him when he does that.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's bad too.
Yeah, that's really bad, and I'm probably gonna get hit by more.
Yeah.
Let's not shoot. And then we get an auto cure anyways. Uh-oh, and our defense is down?
What if you, like, run down toward the bottom of the screen? Can you avoid the worst of that?
I think so, yep.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple of revives on us. Let's see here. Would heal 3...
Hey, look at that. You avoided all of them that time. Hey,
there.
you
It
won.
was a good thing we picked up all those medicines.
That was a tough boss battle, that one was, but you got key number 6.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage.
Yep.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, he was taking half of your damage with one of those attacks.
Well, like I said, our defense rating is quite poor. And I think it showed there.
Yeah.
Our defense rating is very poor.
Well,
Our attack rating was apparently, you know, enough that I only had to shoot him a couple of times in order to finish that fight. So we have a decent attack rating.
yeah. Well,
Right. And I think the heightened critical hit damage there really helped us out a lot too. Because lots of times I was shooting him for like 600 points of damage. But that just goes to show too, they're getting thousands and thousands of hit points now as well.
yeah.
Now I need to find the elevator. I don't even think I even know where the elevator is here.
Yeah.
This floor layout is just completely busted.
Well. At least you don't need to worry about being attacked at every turn anymore.
Yeah. Now I can find the elevator in peace, wherever the hell it is. Maybe I go left and then down. Maybe left and then down. Maybe left and then down. Elevator down here? Oh, it's another four-way.
Yeah.
Oh, right, we're in the... Okay,
You're
I understand
gonna wander
now.
aimlessly.
There's these, like, four-way intersections that are all right next to each other here.
Wandering aimlessly in the Chrysler building.
Yeah, because I can't find the goddamn elevator. Who knows, maybe it's easier for me to go down a floor and then find the elevator there and use the key on that.
Yeah, but then you have to find the stairs down.
I know where the stairs down are. I need to go northeast in order to find the stairs down. Yeah, I think
but
there's
anyway,
a dead end.
I have to say that watching the replays from gameplay of 2K8, I never actually played that game very much because I was very much into the
Play creation
thing, and that didn't have play creation, so I guess I never really gave it a chance, right?
Yeah. Well, the play creation's a big thing for me too, right? And I guess too, you know, it's something that we don't talk about a lot, but when you draw your own plays, you also know how to run them, right? You're not trying to reverse engineer like how you're supposed to run a play.
Yeah.
From just looking at the play art alone.
Well, basically, you know, like you can either learn someone else's plays or you can create your own and learn them as you create them, right?
That's right.
You know, like, and it's more fun to have that creative experience rather than just learning something that someone else has already done, right?
Well, and also too, if you draw a bad play, you can change the play, whereas if you learn a bad play, you can't really do anything
about it. You never know,
it.
though. I mean, you know what? The Madden series has their fair share of bad plays.
Yeah, and broken plays.
And broken plays. Well, that's what I meant by plays that don't work, or plays that, you know, like actually are glitchy.
Yeah.
But they're also plays that don't work, right? Offensive plays where the pass patterns don't work together well, or defensive coverages that don't work well, and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You know, like it, and you have to be able to sort that crap out too, but you never know. In 2K8, maybe there aren't any bad plays, right?
I don't know about that. I think that's with the hundreds and hundreds of plays that you have in a football game.
Yeah.
There's got to be a few bad plays.
Maybe.
Okay, we need to go northeast. We're totally going northeast.
But
I'm gonna have to go down to the next floor in order to...
maybe you'll pass the elevator on the way to the stairs.
Maybe. It's always a possibility, but... I need to go over to that T intersection and then go up.
But anyway, yeah, that's the thing, right? I found is that the play creation was and is the thing that makes games like Madden 2004, Madden 2005
have replay value to this
still
day.
have replay value for me to this day, right?
Yeah. Did I check down to see if down at this T intersection has an elevator?
And I have to say, I'm still coming up with new ideas, even now, right, after all this time. I seem to always be able to come up with new ideas of things that I can try that I haven't tried before, and that kind of thing.
Well, and believe it or not, that kind of self-improvement drive, right, to figure things out more than you have before is actually what drove me to play fighting games for so long and to get as good at them as I did, right? Because for me, it was never about, oh, I'm better than you. Like, so there are definitely people out there in the competitive fighting game community who just want to be better than other people, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it was all about the like whole self-improvement drive. Like, what other things can I learn today? How can I get better at the game? Right? And I tend to approach every game that I play from that perspective to an extent, right? Because that's just what I like to do. I like to tweak and improve things. Yes,
Hey, there's the elevator.
it was literally on the way to the stairs back down.
Yeah, what did I say?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But, I guess that's what video games have always given me, is you just work on it and you improve yourself and you try to get better and win the challenges. And I'm not afraid of games where, say, if I'm playing them and I'm not sufficient for the challenge, I die over and over again either, right? Like, I'm not averse to difficulty. That's part of what makes it enjoyable, because you're not just sitting there trying to power fantasy your way through something. You're actually trying to learn a set of skills to overcome a set of obstacles that is put in front of you.
Yeah, well, I know you're one of those people who could go into the training mode in one of these games, though, and spend hours and hours and hours just practicing, right?
Well, but I also don't mean even in the fighting game context. Like, even in say a more normal game context, like say when we were playing Tyrian 2000, right? Or if we're playing something like the recent Pool of Radiance episode, where we go into the slums to go and fight the trolls, right?
Yeah. Well,
Right?
you definitely were pushing the envelope there.
You want to, because most of these things are possible, and the developers design them in such a way to be possible if you are tenacious enough, if you know enough, and if you are good enough.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's really what I get out of these things.
So what do you think? Are we done now?
And well, yeah, we'll be done soon. I just want to finish my point. I guess I'd say the way that things have been dumbed down for the general public as time has gone on is not something that I am a particularly big fan of. Because, again, now you're not overcoming challenges. You're more just like kind of playing an interactive movie. You're having like a interactive movie experience now.
The game, you're not playing the game anymore. The game is playing itself, and you're just watching. That's basically how it is. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt playing Madden 12.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly how that was. But, I guess that's just it, right? Like, you're trying to learn something, you're trying to overcome something. I guess you're developing your determination, you're developing your sense of tenacity, and you're just... I mean, overcoming challenges is fun. Challenging yourself is fun, right? And I mean, we have entire sports dedicated to challenging yourself, like golf, for example, right? Yep. That's like the ultimate challenge in terms of sports against yourself. Although, I guess you could probably also argue, like, racing can be a challenge against yourself as well, right? But, I guess it's just that kind of thing, right? Think of it like leveling up in real life, right? That's kind of an approximation as to how you can think of it. Think of it like leveling up in real life. And that's what I like to get out of a gaming experience, and that's why I'm perfectly okay with hard games, because you can learn things, right? And yeah, there's a difference, too, between games that just force you to memorize things, too, and games that are actually, like, like, if you are mechanically prepared for this situation, and you recognize the cues, and you know what you're doing, you can naturally overcome these things, right? Because there's a difference between good and bad difficulty in game design as well, but That's what I get out of it. And that's why I still play a lot of these old games to this day, too, because they were mechanically solid. And they give me that sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, and they don't crash or freeze or...
Yeah, well, you know, programmers were a lot better back then, too. I have a lot more I could say on that. As somebody who's actually trained as a systems developer and that kind of thing, and knows a lot of low-level programming-related details, but
you'll have to expand on that next time.
Yeah, I'll expand on it. I've beaten the horse half to death throughout half of our series by now, but I guess we should probably wrap this up here.
All right.
So, until next time.
I'm Sandman99.
And I'm RecV5. Have a good one.